All right, everyone. I'm happy to bring you this match. This is going to be the grand finals of NeverBoard's Store Championship, featuring two of our most beloved players. One is sitting right here next to me, Alex B, with 5 color humans. And up to this point in the tournament, you are undefeated.
Yep, I haven't lost a single match yet, and the only game loss I took was to Norbut in the preliminary rounds.
But you did come through and win the first match, so hopefully we can get a repetition of that showing for you, and you can come away with the Liliana. But Norbut is not going to put up a fight easy. Not going to let down without a fight.
So remember when I told you I kept the hand one lander for a specific reason because it was funny? This is the funny reason. 3 Ether Vials.
Oh my gosh.
This is the game I was thinking of. He takes away the Noble Hierarch, so I can't vial that in, but it's okay. I've got more vials.
Triple vial, that's absurd.
Norbut
Rarely do you want to see this, but it can work out in your deck. You have enough creatures like up like mid-30s or something.
Look, if I can't find land and I can find a bunch of Ether Vials, I'm okay with finding a bunch of Ether Vials. Granted, Norbut did make a joke that was not caught on the microphone because we don't have a microphone going when we're recording these. That, geez, if I ever find Maelstrom Pulse, that'll be amazing.
That's true. 3 for 1, let's go.
Yep. But until he does, I am happy to ride out these Ether Vials.
And so he took the Noble Hierarch, which is going to slow you down a little bit and not allow you to really get anything off of this one countered vial.
But once it takes up to 2, I can start getting something
Slamming
going.
them.
Yeah. Tarmogoyf, though, coming out as a 3/4 on turn 2.
That's strong. Runs out the 3rd Aether Vial. What a curve you're going to have here.
Here we go. Oh, did I find... Oh, yeah, I found a Champion of the Parish.
Excellent. That's a good draw.
And this Meddling Mage is going to name Kolagon's Commands just to turn off... Yeah, Norbut actually asked me if I wanted to name Maelstrom Pulse, and I went, nope, I'm just going to go with the Kolagon's Command because I'm more afraid of that 2 for 1 than you blowing up all of my Ether Vials.
He also kind of gave you some info that he might not have it.
That helps too. That helps too. Takes away one of the 2 Thalia's Lieutenants that are left in my hand.
No joking around, guys. You'll lose when you joke, okay? No fun allowed. All right, so this funny opening is actually turning into a threat.
Yeah, assuming my top decks work out well. He has stripped 2 of my cards away with Hand Hate, but...
And you do say you like to keep top decking into land cards.
Yeah, but if I don't top deck into lands, then...
In the money.
It's going to be very, very good for me.
All right, we
1,
got the
2,
3, 2,
3. 1, 2, 3 on the Ether Vials.
2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. That's an obscure Legend of Zelda reference. Ocarina of Time.
Not that obscure. Ocarina of Time is only one of the most popular Zelda games in existence.
It's true, but to remember that specific part where you have to, like, reflect the little seeds in a specific order to get access to the first dungeon with the spider. Besides the point. Thalia comes down.
What's that Thalia?
The Lancer, or Lieutenant?
Oh, that's Lieutenant, yeah.
So no flyers for you, which would be really nice in this situation.
No, but that Champion of the Parish is a 4/4, so I was confident swinging in with that. My powerful breath knocking that piece of paper that says Kolagon's Command on it right off my Meddling Mage.
I mean, I thought that was maybe a sneeze.
No, that wasn't a sneeze. That was me making a heavy sigh going, okay, he's got a Bloodbraid Elf. Let's see what he runs into. Oh, there it is!
That stinks.
And
wow.
You saw my reaction there. Norbut not wasting any time going after
man.
the vials, knowing I'm mana screwed, not wanting to see Mantis Rider jump out.
All right, so I guess his joke was a little bit of a prophecy to be foretold by the Bloodbraid Elf.
He chooses not to swing with it, but the Tarmogoyfs are going to get bigger because it's an artifact now.
And Champion cannot hold them back any longer until you play some more humans.
But he's going to leave the Tarmogoyfs at home, maybe? No, he's going to leave 1 at home.
This is actually a crucial play. I wonder what you'll decide to do. My guess is just eat it. No.
Chump the Tarmogoyf and let the Bloodbraid Elf through.
Here you go.
But this is the part where I start finding lands. Kitesail Freebooter comes out. Norbut shows me nothing, but that's okay. Now the Champion of the Parish is a 5/5.
2 lands. Both you guys basically playing off the top of your decks here. Let's see who benefits more.
Norbut kind of maybe regretting leaving just this one Tarmogoyf as his only defense with him at 10 life. And he's just going to take it from the champion.
Yeah, can't kill it back. The clock is real. This is where Kitesail Freebooter is going to excel.
Yep, it's a clock now. Finally got a flyer. Raging Ravine. Norbut's going to put up some more offense of his own, but he is a bit behind in this race.
I don't think you can swing right now as him. Oh, all right.
He's going to swing with a Bloodbraid Elf at least. I'm happy to take that damage. So now the Tarmogoyfs and the champion are just going to stare at each other. Kitesail going to crack back for 1.
So do you decide not to attack there just so he doesn't double block you with the Tarmogoyfs?
That, and also so that if he does attack with Tarmogoyf, that I have a way to catch and kill. It leaves him with Bloodbraid Elf and the Raging Ravine as his only forms of offense. Thought a moment about swinging, but then decided he wanted to play his land and just pass the turn, leaving Bloodbraid Elf as defense as well.
So he has a little block action here from the Ravine if he needs to, but it's not going to do anything to Freebooter.
Yeah, Norbut just playing really conservative here, but he's mana flooded himself. He's got another land in his hand, too.
Another Ravine.
Is this Kitesail Freebooter just going to go the distance? I mean, I say this knowing like I don't know, but...
Oh, yes.
Norbut already get 2 life.
Right? Yeah. I was going to blow up all your artifacts right there.
Oh, man.
Green mana. Like,
There's Liliana.
Oh, that's bad news.
I think I just sacrificed the Meddling Mage here, or maybe the Kitesail itself.
I mean, it doesn't have anything to give him back, so all right.
No, it's going to be the Kitesail.
Interesting.
Norbut's already get 2, so Land Mantis Rider would win it. Let's see what happens. Seachrome Coast.
Oh, that's 3. Oh,
Mantis Rider, does
man.
Norbut have the answer? He does not. That's game 1 to
Got
me.
it. Good stuff. That was tense, man. That match was on the tipping point right there. If you didn't find that Mantis Rider, I think it was curtains.
Yeah, at the end of that game, Norbut actually did tell me that he kind of regretted not Maelstrom Pulsing the champion of the parish while he had the chance, because in retrospect, he thinks he could have played around the 3 Ether Vials, knowing I was living off the top deck. But the fact that champion grew bigger than his Tarmogoyfs was what cost him his offense.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to turn down the opportunity for a 3-for-1 trade, but it might have benefited him for sure. Because the further you go into the game, once you're playing off the top of your deck, redundant Aether Vials do not do you any good. Besides, I guess, helping make sure you can cast 1, 2, or 3s, but you had enough mana to cast 1s or 2s.
Eventually, yeah, but I was just stuck on the 1 land for the longest time.
Alright, so both players going to sideboard. We already know that that copy of Damnation came into play earlier. We'll see that again, I'm sure.
Yeah, Damnation is definitely going to be a thing. Anger of the Gods definitely going to be a thing.
And on your side?
On my side, same as last time, just going to be reaching straight for those Zathrid Necromancers. I'm trying to remember exactly. I know I'm reaching for the Zathrid
Dismember?
Necromancers for sure. Oh yeah, Direfleet Daredevil. How could I
yeah.
forget? Direfleet Daredevil.
Really sick in this matchup. Just stealing lightning bolts.
Stealing Lightning Bolt is the best feeling, but stealing any kill spell just to take care of his own offense is also a great feeling.
I bet it would be nice to hit an Inquisitioner thing as well. Just try to get some of that destruction out of the hand.
And then probably Dismembers as well, just to be able to interact with this board, because I know he is playing some threats that are very difficult to deal with by way of Reflector Mage. Because he's got the 2 Treetop Villages. I forget if it was 1 or 2 Treetop Villages, but he's also got Raging Ravine as well.
I think it's just the 1 Treetop and 2 Raging Ravine. Either way, though, one thing I kind of wish the human deck had was like a little more protection, like something that it could, save its creatures. I know things like maybe Blossoming Defense or, cards like that wouldn't really be worth it, or they wouldn't go as much in synergy with the Aether Vial strategy.
Yeah, you need something with Flash to really get that sort of protection going, and that sort of card just doesn't exist in Humans right now, because if it did, I'm pretty sure people would be playing it already.
Oh man, how cool would it be like a 2-drop, like double white or something, flash in, creature you control gets protection or hexproof.
Just until end of turn. That would be pretty good. That would be really huge, actually.
Alright, gotta go with the ritual of the pile shuffle, especially in these tense moments. 1 game away from taking it. Norbert's gotta be sweating a little bit here.
Yeah, because he thought he had it, and then suddenly he finds himself, getting a little bit greedy, going on offense with 2 creatures and leaving behind just the 1 Tarmogoyf. defenseless against a 5/5 champion of the parish, and him opting not to block.
Yeah, it could have been a different outcome. Would have given him one more turn to try to draw that removal option, but either way, it was looking pretty dim.
And we saw Kitesail Freebooter show off another one of the reasons she's so good. You know, even if she does whiff in these late game grinds, just pecking them for 1 damage at a time can be very, very nice.
And in conjunction with,
Thalia's Lieutenant?
yeah, Thalia's Lieutenant, and not only that, but Noble Hierarch, it can accelerate that little flying clock.
Yeah.
Of course, you'd rather see it on Mantis Rider, but a good backup plan is always the Kitesail Freebooter.
The moral of the story is flying is good.
Truly.
Inquisition, and again, I show him a 1-lander, but this time the 1-land is Ancient Ziggurat.
So man, you got cojones keeping these.
Look, I'm telling you. There's Mirren Crusader, though, too. That's a main board card, actually, but I keep it in against Jund for obvious reasons.
He
He's gonna
steals
take-
your Hierarch.
Yeah, he takes the Hierarch, which is the correct call, because that stops me from getting the mana, so I just have Champion of the Parish as my only turn 1 option, and if Norbut's got another removal, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, still a great option, though. Hardly worse than Hierarch.
He's holding an Anger of the Gods, too,
1, 2,
but he's just going to go ahead and Collective Brutality.
1, 2.
Just the one mode.
Draw, pass.
Your battle set.
Uh-oh.
Norbut's going to have free reign.
Gotta find that land next turn. It's a big deal.
That was a bomb ass drop though.
So Norbut's sitting here thinking. A couple of options, I guess. Alright, just drops the land tapped and passes his turn as well. Says, you're going to play slow? I'm going to play slow too.
He's okay with playing slow if I've got nothing. I mean, playing Bloodbraid Elf into an empty board is a bit risky. There's Liliana going to
Here we
start
go.
grinding the hand away.
Well, you got plenty of cards to discard now. That's 2 land drop misses in a row, huh?
Yep. Can't see what I discarded, but Norbut discarded a land. I think I threw away an Ether Vial just because I can't cast it.
Yeah, that is like the only downside of that Ziggurat card. It's extremely powerful otherwise.
Norbut discarding another superfluous land. At this point, I'm thinking he's mana flooded.
He goes, I'm on my turn. Turn 1.
There goes Kitesail Freebooter.
Fuck off. He has no mana down, nothing.
Alright, finds a 1-drop. Pretty good.
There's Noble Hierarch, but Liliana's just going to make me sacrifice it, so...
Man, I'd be... Yeah, that's a shame. This is a really tough board state to get out of.
Yeah, normally I'm drawing a land by now, but this time the mutant power is not working. I got greedy.
Yeah, this is the type of situation where Liliana shines when your opponent has no creatures on board.
And as soon as they get one, you just make them get rid of it.
And she's high enough to do it. Just Lily getting her value, showing why she is a very sought after card and a prize for this tournament.
And Norbut's hand is stacked. He's got Bloodbraid Elf, Maelstrom Pulse, and Anger of the Gods.
Yeah, you got plan A, plan B, plan C. You got a lot of different outs.
Here comes Bloodbraid Elf into the other Liliana.
Oh
And this is the part where I'm just like, nah.
Yeah, no need to waste
There's
time.
no escape. There is literally no escape for humans from that board state.
So Norbut ties it up after that risky assessment of you, trying to keep that 1-lander. Didn't quite pan out, but
It would have if he hadn't had that turn 1 hand hate. I was surprised
That's
he kept
true.
it. I was really surprised he kept it. I thought for sure he would have boarded out his hand hate, but he showed it to me and ripped out.
yeah, he must know something we don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a powerful card, and I guess the information is really what's most important for the Jund player.
Yeah, but ripping out the Noble Hierarch was the play that defined that game, because otherwise I was going to have some gas.
Truly. Well, this is it, folks, for all the marbles here. The winner of the Store Championship Showdown will be one of these 2 opponents.
Yeah, you know I'm not going to be keeping any more 1-land hands after a game like that. This is something I'm not going to be doing quite as often anymore when I know my opponent is running hand hate. Because, I mean, I can't... I can never outpredict Norbut. He is just that inscrutable and that good of a player. You know, I thought for sure he was mana flooded because he kept discarding junk cards, but it turns out, no, his hand was stacked. He was just discarding redundant stuff. He's got a mulligan here.
Yeah, I guess you probably have a little more wiggle room to keep them if you're on the play, and you have your Aether Vial or your 1-drop right away to get rid of.
Well, that's true of all aggro decks, just in a vacuum. But that's especially true if you've got that turn 1 bird.
Bop.
Or in this case, Noble Hierarch.
So this time Norbert's the unlucky one. He's going to have to mull here once, but shouldn't put him at too much of a disadvantage, seeing as he is going second.
And he's playing John.
So he's gonna. It looks like he likes this one.
Gonna scry. Keeping it right where it is. All right. Turn 1, Ziggurats, champion.
All right, cool. Not a bad way to begin it. Let's see. Does this thing just eat a bolt to the face turn 1? No.
He's just got a fetch land, and he's just going to hold back. If he's got a pulse, and he just wants to wait for me to commit to the board before he launches it. Thalia's Lieutenant.
Great little combo for our white weenies here.
Yep. Champion swinging for 3 on turn 2. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, this guy is going to get out of hand if he doesn't have an answer for it ASAP. Takes extra damage to fetch here at the end step.
And I got unclaimed territory as well, so now I'm able to cast my non-creature spells for a change. You know,
Thank
for what it's
goodness.
worth, there aren't that many in the deck. I'm pretty sure I only have Dismembers and Ether Vials against him.
That's a crazy deck list. Never did I think I'd run into a deck that ran more creatures than Merfolk. But lo and behold.
I mean, and this Humans isn't the first deck to do it, too. Humans is kind of based on a 5-color aggro deck that used Pillar of the Parunes that was designed by Jack Rumpf, like during the summer of 2017, or was it 2016? I can't remember. It was one of those 2 years. But
More
it also
defined-
played Mantis Riders
Oh,
and like
super
Siege
cool.
Rhinos, and it was like a
Siege
really
Rhino.
fun-looking deck.
Nice.
But it
Well-
played like all multicolored creatures, so it had to run Pillar of the Parunes.
What is that? I don't even know what card that is.
Oh, there's Direfleet Daredevil. I love this card. I'm going to steal his Lightning Bolt and just bolt him right in the face. And here comes Thalia's Lieutenant for another 2 damage to follow
Oh,
up.
man. Look at how low he is already. Great start.
We're
Even
cooking with
finding the
gas.
bolts to
Yeah.
take out your guy was not enough for you to put you at bay.
And this is why I board in the Direfleet Daredevil. That's okay, I'll sacrifice her now. She's done her job, but Liliana will be falling as well. Or am I attacking Norbert again? I can't remember if I decided to just attack Norbert's face, knowing that...
You got lots of cards in hand, so you might not worry, and the clock is threatening. If you have the Mantis Rider here, I just slam it and go right to his head.
Yeah, so would I. But I didn't slam it. Instead, I've got another unclaimed territory. Yeah, I'm just going to take out Liliana.
Smart play, best way to do it.
No follow-up, though. That's foreboding.
Are you sitting on a Dismember there?
Well, Dismember would only cost 1 mana, so if I had a Mantis Rider, I would have still played it anyway. But Thalia's Lieutenant, my only offense for the time being. Took Liliana out, at least. He's got Kolagon's Commands. Going to take out the creature and make me discard a card, and that card is going to be...
An extraneous land, perhaps? Let's see. Can't quite tell.
I can't... Oh, it's Reflector Mage.
All right, yeah. That's not going to be too important for you right now, but maybe later in the game it could be helpful. Oh, man, so you go from a 1-mana land start to a flood out.
Yeah, this is the Floods. I told you it happens, right? This is my mutant power. Cavernous Souls. Oh, wait. Direfleet Daredevil taking away the Kolagon's command. Reflector Mage is going to jump right back to my hand, and Norbut's going to discard a card.
Nice, I like that. That's tricky. Look at this, man. These standard cards having big impacts in Modern.
Direfleet Daredevil is hands down my favorite card in Rivals of Ixalan.
That's awesome.
She just causes so much havoc with all these decks that run all these really good instant sorceries. Oh, but Norbut answers right back with a second Liliana. And then Inquisition follow-up, taking the Reflector Mage right back, and I'm
my
showing him
gosh.
land number 6.
Oh, no. That's bad news. Come on, Mantis Rider.
Norbut just keeps finding the 2-for-1s over and over, and there's Mirren Crusader. The bombs keep dropping.
Oh, man. Back
What can
and
Norbut
forth.
do? Oh, he's got Damnation! The one answer in his entire deck to Mirren Crusader,
Man, that's no good.
he just keeps finding the answers.
Does Anger? The Anger doesn't work on him, does it?
Anger does, actually.
Oh, Anger
yeah,
works
so
too?
yeah, it's not
Okay.
the only answer, but Anger of the Gods. Oh.
That's a bummer. Oh, man, pulling off to the top of the deck, but you're still sitting pretty at 20 life. If you can quickly bolster back up your offenses, you still got a great chance here.
There's Zathra Necromancer, that'll help a lot.
Sweet. No matter how this dies, you'll continue your offensive pressure.
Unless it's to anger the gods.
Yeah, he's going to be very wary about killing this card, I'm sure, at this point.
He's got Kolagon's Command in his hand. Well, he doesn't have any creatures in his graveyard, though, does he? He hasn't played one yet, just all answers. Here's Tarmogoyf, though. Tarmogoyf's huge. Those Zaptor Necromancers are going to have to sit back and play defense.
You have no cards in hand. He's just going to probably plus Lily here.
No, he doesn't want to discard that Kolagon's Command. That's too precious.
That's true, that's true.
Tarmogoyf's a 4/5. I'm just going to pass.
Not finding any gas off the top. Man, Mantis Rider, come on.
Let the Tarmogoyf through. This is not the time to be... Oh, and a second Tarmogoyf.
Now he finds all his creatures.
Norbut just has the top decks, and me fighting nothing but land.
Oh, man. 19 lander. Pretty unlucky for you to find that many. Not much probability.
Of all the things for me to lose the championship match to, it has to be the thing that has haunted me since I started playing Modern, and the reason I took up the Humans deck in the first place. I'm not going to lie, I'm still kind of salty.
Yeah, well, variance is a thing, as we always say here.
Letting the 2 Tarmogoyfs through. Kolagon's Commands. And he's making me discard that's
another
extra
land.
Yeah, it was another land the whole time.
Ew, gross.
Zombie token coming in. It's my only defense. Fatal push.
Yes, the push for game.
And what do I have? Another land. I'm counting them. Look.
What a quick turnaround for that match. He's like, look at all these lands. Oh, man. Well, I don't know. Either way, Alex, I think that was an immaculate performance from you on that day. Going completely undefeated until you fell to the one thing that all Magic players dread.
Variance.
But we got to say, congratulations to Norbut becoming the store champion. You know, of all the people here, he's definitely one who deserves it. He comes out every week and he plays his heart out, plays with such politeness.
Yeah, he's definitely a nice guy and one of the better players in this shop for sure. And you know, to see that kind of, you know, not only just, you know, good sportsmanship but tight play rewarded. You know, Michael Norbut is just, you know, an all-around good player. We're happy to have him around here, and you know, if I had to lose to anyone, I'm glad it's him.
Yeah, and honestly, man, I'm really glad that the people closest to our heart here are topping the tournament between you, Norbut, and Brandon, 3 of our closest homies doing the best here at NeverBoard. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed our tournament coverage from this store championship. We're going to bring you a lot more in the future. We have tons of videos still left to do some commentary on. If you want some more, please let us know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz.
NeverBoard gaming community, everybody. Alex and Sacco, hope you enjoyed it.